So we're gonna do redneck stuff, but before we do any of that, we're gonna do a big time lapse, and we're gonna pull this head off this motor. So it should be fairly simple. We should be able to just take the turbo off, get the downpipe down, and then just fiddle with some of the intake stuff, and this head should be off in a couple hours. So let's go ahead and time lapse. Guys, so a little recap so far on what we got going on here is turbo's off, downpipe's off, the center of the valve cover's off. I had that off before. The downpipe piece from the actual turbo to the intercooler piping is off. This one's going just a tad bit slower than before, but than the purple one, but we're getting it done. So let's go ahead and check in on Zip Ties and see what they're up to. What's going on in here, bud?
Yo, what's going on?
Not much, chilling.
So how's the build coming along?
Pretty good.
What you in here for? I got some good stuff here.
What you got?
This is new, brand new. Please do it again.
Please do it up. What's this one say?
On the top, this is Zupataizu, and then just someone doing some rad shit.
Sick. You got some new stuff coming out though, right?
Yeah, we got some new stuff coming out. We got some donut shirts that are gonna be redone. We got some crew necks coming in, some
nice
long sleeves for winter. We got some new slaps coming in, some camber slaps.
Sick.
We got these hoodies are brand new. We just got these in. I'll show you that. That's the back.
Nice.
This is the front. I actually got one hanging up in the shop right now.
Sick.
And we got it in red and blue. Blue's my favorite though. That's all we got going on right now. The Week Fest is next week, so.
Are you guys gonna be there?
Yeah, we'll be there. So we'll see you guys there too.
Yep. Definitely go check them out though, guys. They got mad sick shit. Cool stuff coming out, so let's keep going. If you guys want to see stickers from me, definitely throw it down in the comments. We'll do a collab with Zip Ties. And
stickers from you?
Do you?
Yeah. What is he gonna say?
We got one of me with a shiny ass head.
Baldy?
Bald. Mr. Clean.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I got some good ones. Well, I got some ideas.
All right. So Jack's got some ideas. I got some ideas. So let's keep going, guys. Let's get back on. Take a break from Nick's car. The head is just about to come off. We have to take the crank pulley off and untime it, and then I can just take the head studs out. This thing, Nick's car has head studs, right? Mm-hmm. So you take the head studs out, and the head will just come right off. That intake manifold is not nice.
Oh, I got you good?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
she got me good. Got myself a pretty few new cuts today, but Roberto's going to do his famous thing and show you how he tests the coolant system before you just start dumping coolant in it.
Okay, this isn't tested. Okay. So Roberto and coolant have a really bad history and relationship where I will think that, oh, everything's tight, everything's good to go, and then I'll put coolant in something, and then all of a sudden you hear the freaking dribble on the floor. So what I always do, and everyone makes fun of me for it, but it saves me from making a mess, is when I think the system's ready for coolant, cap off the little reservoir thing, and if air comes back at me, I know I'm safe to put coolant in. Now, that doesn't mean there's no leaks, obviously, but there's a better chance of me pouring something in here now and it not going all over the floor.
So in retrospect, you just like making out with coolant systems.
I don't know, we're using the word retrospect, but for example, remember when we didn't know that those lines were plugged?
Yes.
Had we thrown coolant in this thing and not checked, what would have happened, Marcus?
I would have peed on the floor.
Right, so what did Roberto do?
Made out with the coolant system.
And what did we find out?
That it was leaking.
Hey. Huh?
So now we're gonna put coolant in it. We're gonna put some oil in it. So she's getting coolant now. I just finished putting some oil in it. So now we can put the cap back on here.
Is that where it goes?
Well, Redneck needs a better cap than
Yeah,
this,
that is
too.
the worst cap ever.
So, there's that. Coolant. We have to put some transmission fluid in this later, and then we will be driving it. We can limp it in with no intake manifold, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be limping, which is basically just putzing around.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you know what? Actually, that reminds me. I gotta call Harvey. There you go.
yeah. So now we have to check for leaks, and I think I spotted one already
Where?
over here.
No. But I blew at it.
No, this was a not us thing.
What?
This was a not us thing.
I feel like this whole freaking.
We were gonna do this anyways, but somebody commented and was like, "I'd do a nut and bolt check around the whole car."
Oh no, of course, yeah. This whole car. I mean.
So if you look right there, bud. Boop.
Oh yeah, no shit, because I used a vacuum cap to plug up coolant. And it's the wrong size. You can tell it's the wrong size.
So we're gonna fix that. And then, yes. So guys, we've had a little bit of a busy night. I didn't film that much because everybody was talking. We were having some pretty in-depth conversations about some stuff. But right now we're putting the transmission fluid in the transmission. We're gonna put the diff fluid in the diff. The drive shaft is all bolted up. Carlos did his thing up top. So when the car comes back down for us to start it up and let it run for a while, I'm gonna show you guys what Carlos has been doing on the inside, which is always super cool to see. He's actually right now seeing if we can move the oil cooler somewhere else. But when we get this stuff down, I'll show you what else we got done. There's oil in it, there's coolant in it, trans fluid now, diff fluid, and what else did you hook up?
Well, I was trying to get the
Clutch master.
clutch set up, but the way that they had a tent to do it before is just not gonna work. So instead of being
He
able
had
to
it zip tied to brake lines.
well that and then the fitting that was used there wasn't the right one. Had we put any fluid in it, would have leaked all over the place. So back to the drawing board with that one. So but we're gonna keep it running, make sure the thermostat opens and stuff today, right?
Yep.
And then once that's confirmed that the engine's good and can stay running for a long period of time, and we're gonna go back to the fucking drawing board tomorrow and take, fix the little things, the more little things,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll run out of little things to fix.
Because when I also did the coolant system, it was actually leaking just a little bit around the thermostat housing, and those bolts were literally just hand tight. But when I pulled it off and I pulled the thermostat out to re-seal it, I pulled the thermostat out and I was looking inside it, and it looked like it was just a bunch of dirt that was in there, but it's actually all the minerals from the just the water that they were using to cool the motor. So
Hopefully that's still good.
yeah, let's hopefully the
Cross the fingers
thermostat is still good.
And then vacuum plugs were being used to as a plug for the coolant and stuff like that, and that was leaking and yeah.
So we're still fixing little things. That's why we're still not, we're moving forward gradually. So do you think we could get this thing to move tomorrow?
To move, yeah. I think I can.
We need to bleed the brakes. That's the only other thing besides the clutch.
Right. I mean, yeah. I got the what's it called? The dash ended up being simple.
Yeah,
It's just not hooked up.
that's
So,
super sick.
Luckily, that was that. Everything else seems to work there. So hopefully tomorrow it's just figuring that out. We have the solution for the power steering, but we're probably gonna save that for last because it's a Miata. So for the sake of being able to make it to the thing, power steering is not really a priority. If he can't do this thing when this thing goes 5 miles an hour, it feels like it has power steering.
Yeah,
But what?
keep going.
But this is a solution for power steering.
So
So
we
these
have
banjo
bolts
fittings
with
and a little bit
some-
more shaving, and we should be able to get the power steering.
super sick.
They're
Super-
$25 each, so. But hey, big money redneck, right?
Yeah, money bags running.
Money bags redneck.
So we'll be down in a second, and I'll show you what Carlos just did.
The turbos.
Go ahead now.
What?
Say it now.
You weren't recording?
Not yet.
It's fucking frustrating, dude. You get the worst. All right, I'm gonna show dominance over a turbo. You ready?
Babe rap.
Babe rap.
What was that?
Look here, fellas.
Carlos the man's coming at you.
Your boy Los here, coming at you. That's what Marcus wanted me to say. So,
We got 2 jobs.
What do you got going on here, Carlos?
you got this very nice cluster gauge race pack thingy.
AEM or race pack.
AM here, and the way it came to us, it was just centered, and you couldn't really see the lights on top, and you had these big nasty holes on the side that was just empty, and you can see everything on the inside. So we took care of that. We lower the screen, so now Rutnick is shorter than I am, so when he's sitting here, he can actually see the lights on top. When he turns, put the turn signal on, high beam, everything. Now he'll be able to see these lights here on the sides because we lower the screen as opposed to before where it was a little higher. We just had to trim this section here so he can see those lights, and then we have some carbon fiber laying around. And now the sides are, we don't have the nasty holes in the side anymore, and then we just have some nice carbon fiber there. And it mounts up, no gap on the sides, and nice and stiff in there. You can still play with the buttons. It's not messing anything up. There you go for the boost. Coolant. And then what Roberto told us that this AM race pack,
Sure, but I assume it has a GPS.
we assume it has a GPS on it, so to tell you what your fastest lap would be. So you can get to play with all that. And again, the buttons don't get bothered, don't get touched by the carbon fiber on the side, so you can still play with it. And that's what we did. So that's not, it's not haggard.
Sick.
It's done nicely.
Carlos special.
Yeah, Rutnick, he's becoming a man, so you gotta be driving around like one.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So Carlos did an awesome job on that, like always. And we got it running. We got all the systems filled now. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to, I don't want to say put the finishing touches on it, but we're going to put touches on it so we can actually drive it around tomorrow. The hard top should be done Wednesday night. Chris is actually getting that repainted. We still have to bleed the brakes, and we have to, I think Rudnick is going to, he's got another special surprise for you guys. I don't know if he wants to reveal it or if I can do it, but we got some other stuff that we got to put onto the car. They just came in today, so yeah, we're going to finish up with some other stuff. But I'm just going to do a quick walk around and just see if I can end it right now, but I'm pretty sure I can, so I'll be right back. It was last night, it's the end of the day. It's a new day now, and yeah, I could just end it. So if you guys like the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment, share, do all the good stuff, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.